It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got Bobby Okereke. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Vikings and the Bears, and it's all up next.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So in the Bear territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offense and quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead-up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in Week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Beck. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll set up to throw. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards to pick up there. So in the Bear territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. They're going to look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
And in the preseason, I thought he was primed for a big, big year. And week 1 did absolutely nothing to diminish those expectations.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, and it'll wind up incomplete. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw again. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. He'll look to throw. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. They'll look to throw again. The quick slant caught. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. John Mechie. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was all capped off by a John Mechie touchdown reception. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. one away. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throw left side, puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. Room here to run. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Butker on for the PAT. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 45. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That lead leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Back to throw. Beck looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Beck. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Beck to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. For the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Butker's kick here is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Right side complete to Mechie. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and it's the Giants who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. The Giants seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and you can see they are out in front in that one. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting Jaguars. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0, but who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay. always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Unbelievable. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Moore, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll take this to the 46.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies. carries, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. On 3rd down, Beck. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. That one scared the line fly. It falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They leave